Daughter almost kidnapped. One day, after picking up my 4-year-old daughter from school, I decided to treat her to McDonald's. She loved it, and it was a nice way to skip cooking once a week. The McDonald's we went to was in a nice, busy area at the corner of a major city street. It was broad daylight, right after school hours, so there was plenty of traffic and people around. We went through the drive-thru, placed our order, paid, and were asked to pull forward into a designated parking spot to wait for our food. The parking was angled, so I pulled in facing forward instead of backing in like I usually do. I prefer backing in for a quick exit, but this time I didn't think twice about it. As we waited, I noticed a car pulling next to us. It caught my attention because it didn't go through the drive-thru, and there wasn't a reason to park in that spot unless you were waiting for food. Inside were two men, a driver and a passenger. The passenger got out, walked around to my car's back passenger door where my daughter was sitting, in her car seat, and tried to open it. Thankfully, the door was locked. When he realized he couldn't open it, he stopped, looked toward their car, and then walked back to the passenger side. At this point, I turned in my seat to face him and raised my arms as if to ask, "What are you doing?" He mouthed sorry, got into the car, and they drove off. I don't know if he intended to rob me or kidnap my daughter, but since he went straight for her door, I believe it was an attempted kidnapping. If he wanted to rob me, he would have approached my window. Even if he had opened the door, I'm not sure what he thought would happen. My daughter was buckled into her car seat, and I could have grabbed her legs to hold on or pulled myself into the back seat to stop him. The men's car wasn't a van but a small compact car, which was a small comfort. The driver had pulled in facing forward, so he would have needed to back out before leaving, giving me time to react. If they had managed to grab her, I could have run around to stop the door from closing, or jumped back into my car to follow them. This incident happened in a decent area where crime wasn't common, but it completely shook me. Since then, I've become much more vigilant. I now double-check my doors are locked before driving, parking, or even sitting in a drive-thru. I hit the lock button multiple times, even though my vehicle locks automatically. I've also made it a point to keep my gas tank nearly full at all times, so I'll always have enough fuel in case I need to follow someone or get to safety. While I'm grateful nothing worse happened, the experience was terrifying. I still think about it often, and I'm so thankful my car doors were locked that day. It's a simple habit, but it may have saved my daughter's life.